There's an item in Dota 2 that has won and lost you more games than you're even aware of. It can be used offensively, defensively, and for farming. It has a long cooldown, so you need to use it carefully. Using it at the wrong time can kill your whole team or pinpoint a great gank opportunity for the enemy team. To use this item well, you need great map awareness, fast reaction times, and you can't forget to buy it. Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Navetz, representing my esports team, the Sploush Troupe, and today this video is brought to you by Gamers Class. The item in question, which in my opinion should be treated with the same care you give to an ultimate ability, is none other than the measly teleportation scroll. Yes, I'm serious. This item has so much more complexity than most people realize. So I'm going to go into that now, starting with the easy stuff and then getting into the higher level ideas. Offensively, if you want to set up a kill in another lane, you can use an offensive teleportation. Teleport yourself to another lane while staying out of vision. Staying out of vision is important while teleporting, and it's also important to teleport out of vision behind a tree line. This is easier to do at nighttime. You can use this technique to set up very easy kills. Defensively, when your teammates are being engaged near a tower or an outpost, you can teleport to fend off an enemy push and keep a tower alive. Third item is farming. Teleport to a lane that's being pushed so you can get farm and save your towers. Sometimes this isn't what you want to do though. We'll get to that later. Fourth item, turn the tide of a battle. If your team is team fighting, you can be the hero that shows up and turns the tide of that battle. Even if you'll be 15 to 20 seconds late, you may want to show up in time because you could kill low HP enemies or you could save low HP allies. Keeping calm and not overextending is very important. It's okay to teleport and not overcommit, since you would rather waste a TP than waste a TP and your life. Fifth item of business, efficient teleportations. Many times you'll see heroes panic and TP out of a battle straight back to the fountain. This is a huge inefficiency if you could have avoided the fountain and just gone to lane to farm instead. Sixth concept is killing your team. Yes, you can very easily kill your whole team with poor teleportation usage. Imagine this scenario. Your team pushes a high ground. You take a lane of racks and your enemy team is all respawning. Your team backs together, but your core Sven player teleports to the other side of the map to farm. The enemy team has heroes with good catch, like let's say Ember and Legion, so they chase you down and they kill the rest of your team since they know your Sven can't be there to save you or to kill them. This is a perfect example of how a badly timed teleport can kill your team. 7. In the same regard, setting up your team to get ganked. So this is very similar to getting your team killed by teleporting away from your team while you're retreating. You can easily get your team killed simply by teleporting to another side of the map. This is especially important on core players. Good teams or players will pay attention to this. If you're showing in the bottom lane, for example, and then suddenly you're showing top, a good player will recognize this. They'll recognize that you've teleported and they'll instantly call to their team to use a smoke to gank your next highest value core. So you might get more farm out of that TP usage, but you'll probably cost your team a team fight and an objective like a tower or a Roche. Number 8. This one's a bit more nuanced. Teleporting in the wrong order. Now, it's really hard to coordinate in pubs, but this is kind of important. So let's use this scenario. You have a Legion you got a Legion commander on your team and you got a Queen of Pain. There's a Storm Spirit that's pushing your top tower and you two want to kill him. Your tower is like 2 hits away from dying and you teleport behind the tree line a split second before your Legion does the same. Since you teleported first, your teleport duration is going to be 3 seconds. And since Legion is second, her teleport duration is going to be 5 seconds. The second teleportation has an additional 2-second cooldown or 2-second duration on the teleport. That's important to know. Now, the Storm Spirit hits your tower twice and zips away. If you had coordinated this better and you let Legion teleport first, you wait for Legion to begin the teleportation because that is the blink dual lockdown hero, wait for Legion, then you start TPing directly after you see Legion's teleportation scroll. She might be able to blink in there, dual storm before she zips away, and then you show up 2 seconds later. You would still be able to get in there with your Queen of Pain, blink in, get your spells off, and probably get a kill on that Storm Spirit. So teleporting in the wrong order, it could be really, really bad for you. And also, when you think about the idea of not even having to teleport there, if you just teleport on your Queen of Pain and your Legion can't get there in time, it's a wasted teleport. This way, if your Legion doesn't teleport in time, you can save your teleportation scroll. Number 9, not keeping your teleportation available. This scenario changes a lot as the game goes on. If you're in the early game, you can almost always teleport back to your lane after you die or go to base. However, later in the game, this is a crucial error so many players make. It means you can no longer react to the enemy team's aggression, and you're stuck on the side of the map you teleported to. In the mid to the late game, it's usually better to give up some farm by walking out to your lane and making sure you have a teleport available. Number 10, and this is going to be the last concept we cover, and that's defensive teleportations. It's not the highest level concept, but it's very hard to do this right. You have to have a lot of experience in Dota. So obviously you need to have a TP in your inventory. I thought I'd mention that one more time. The better you get at this game, the easier it is to judge when you can teleport defensively. If you're a hero with a spell immunity skill like Juggernaut or Lifestealer, or if you have a BKB, you can almost always activate your spell immunity item or spell and teleport to safety, unless they have a BKB piercing stun with a hero like Pudge who has Dismember, or if they have an item like an Abyssal Blade. Now, really high level players will know exactly how many stuns the enemy has. Let's look at this example. If you are a player who is playing against a Ember Spirit and a Lich, and let's say Ember Spirit and Lich gank you, and Ember Spirit Lich starts off using Sinister Gaze to bring you in, and then Ember Spirit comes in and uses Chains. Now they've wasted both of their teleportation canceling spells. So if you don't teleport, there's a very, very low chance you're going to get out of this. However, since they've both wasted their spells and they don't have any more stuns on them, you can just teleport out right in their faces while they're trying to damage you, especially if you're like a strength-based hero, like maybe like an Axe or a Centaur or something like that. You can usually get to safety in those situations. So understanding how many stuns the enemy has used, and even more complicated than that is knowing the cooldown on those stuns, is important for being able to use your defensive teleportations properly. These are some of the use case scenarios for the teleportation scroll. Hopefully I've been able to convince you of the importance of good TP usage. Thank you for watching, good luck in your games, and until next time, one love.